Video note. Um, I'm thinking I noticed a difference between African Americans and people from Africa in the various countries. I think if you grow up, and this is just an outside observation, but if you grow up in Africa, there is no prejudice other than the caste system that you would run into everywhere. Um, People who have money, people who don't have money, people who are doing well, people who aren't doing well, those type of things. However, blacks in America or African Americans in America grow up with an expectation of being prejudiced by somebody being prejudiced against you. Not only that, we learn of historical racism. There's a term coined right now that's called systemic racism. And you grow up, you know about Martin Luther King, you know about Rosa Parks, you know about Woodworth. You can't go in and sit down. I myself have a mom that went to a segregated school, so there's almost an expectation. And if you look for something, you're going to find it. So, and that's not to say that there is none, but there's a certain way you carry yourself when you're looking for something, as opposed to the way you carry yourself when there is no expectation of this happening. I think therein lies the difference. Um, and I've noticed that I've went to school with people from other countries, and when they're going to school, they go to school. Um, they go in. What are my classes? What are my I'm going to do this and this and this, and then go home, study and everything else. But they're not looking for it. They're not looking for the someone being prejudiced. While on the other hand, I believe, and I'm speaking for myself, it's almost an afterthought a little bit. If you walk into a place and there's only whites there, there's only white people there, and few minorities. Sometimes you're the only one, but it's not that you're looking for it, but it's in the back of your head. I'm doing all these things, but if somebody acts a certain way, you almost interpret that through the lens of, is this person gonna racist? And that thought right there, um, you go through the world with a different outcome. You go through the world with a different expectation. So take that thought away. So put yourself in a position where you're just going through life, and you're going through life. And if you're going to school, you're going to school. You're worried about the A, and your only thought in that class is, you know, what do I need to do to get this A? Or if you're out and about having a good time, your only thought is having a good time. You go to the store and you're shopping, the only thing you're thinking about is shopping. You get pulled over by police, and the only thing you're thinking about, wow, did I speed? And do I have my driver's license and registration? And nothing else. There is no further thought other than the activity in which you're going through. But there is no extra lens that I'm looking at something through an extra lens of, are you racist? Or are you being prejudiced against me? Are you going to enact a certain way? Are you going to do these things? And then on top of all those thoughts, I got to think of, do I have my driver's license registration? Do y'all have eggs, milk? Is the single class, or then the thing. But the thing is always coupled to this ongoing thought of, is somebody being racist? Instead of, there is a problem, what is the problem? What's the solution to that problem? Is somebody being racist? Really? That's kind of racist. You know, there's two forms of expectation, and I'm not saying, it's mere observation solely, and nothing else. Is this person being racist? And then, do they have eggs? you know, that other thought is seem like it just seems to be coupled with that, and I think that extra thought, that extra pause, That extra is this takes you off of a moving thought process that takes you off of that just for a second. But that second is huge, you know. I heard one example that says if a ship was leaving out of the harbor of the Gulf of Mexico, I don't know, Corpus, Houston, and it took off, and instead of going straight, it took off, let's say, 4 feet, same direction, but 4 feet off. That after a time, instead of ending up, that ship is well over. Excuse me, I got something. But I think that's the difference. That's the difference. Um, we are ships that are all taking off from the same port, and everybody's moving into this direction. The is this person being racist is that little bump that bumps you off just a little bit. And by the time you hit 25, 30, 45, 50, you see instead of going down this mark, that little bump, that little nudge takes you that way. Solution, it's coming. You have to ask the people who have overcome those things, who went on to be the doctors, the electrical engineers, the what have you, who have went on and still, regardless of that, still went on to gain success. Um, that's interesting. So, simply observation, solution, ongoing, I'm sure. Um, but very interesting.